At Samsung, we like to say that we make the products that, in theory, couldn't be made so that you can actually do the things that can't be done. Be it storytelling in 360, or pouring champagne on your phone, or traveling to unimaginable places through the power of VR. So it was natural for us to partner with Casey, because he so well embodies our brand belief of do what you can't. And he uniquely represents an entire generation of creators that use their phones to tell their stories, to share their truths. Our partnership with Casey goes back almost 1.5 years ago. It started with him disrupting the 2016 Oscars by walking the red carpet with our Samsung Gear 360 camera in his hands. Then everything we did together throughout the year, from him hanging out of a helicopter in La La Land to flying as a human drone in Santa Land, all the way to this year, him appearing on the Oscars broadcast in a TV spot dedicated to the rest of us. To most of you in this room, his creators' peers, those who use technology and a can-do attitude to defy barriers, to break boundaries, those who create not because they have to, as Casey likes to say, but because they love to. So more recently, as we unpacked our new flagship phone, the Galaxy S8, a phone that many have called our most important launch to date, and definitely the best phone that's ever been made to create, share, and experience today's content, we engaged with creators, again, to host an evening for the rest of us, allowing them, not us, to tell their stories of empowerment and inspiration, while celebrating the launch of our flagship device in their own way, on their own terms. And then we took our message broader in partnership with YouTube to reach consumers everywhere. Our launch creative received 3.5 years of watch time in just 3 days, reached over 40% of US millennials in just 1 day, and guess what? More than 75% of that happened on a mobile phone. So we were not only able to drive scale, we were able to actually reach and hopefully educate and inspire a whole generation of creators of tomorrow, and to get them to aspire in their turn to do what they can't. To us, do what you can't is not a tagline. It is the ethos of a generation that looks up to creators because everything they do feels brave, is authentic, the kind of authenticity that they expect from everyone, including, or should I say rather, first and foremost, from brands. Creators for Samsung are like athletes for Nike. If you have a body, you are an athlete, as Phil Knight likes to say, or rather his co-founder, Bill Bowerman. Well, at Samsung, we see creators as our athletes. And as far as we are concerned, if you have a phone, a connection signal, and a good idea, you are a creator. A good idea, a connection signal, and a phone. Because I fundamentally believe that phones are one of the key factors that has enabled the disruption that has occurred over the past 40 years. Think about it. From the invention of the cell phone, almost 45 years ago, a device with which you could basically just make a phone call, to the first text about 25 years ago, a simple Merry Christmas message, to the first camera phone, allowing us to take pictures 15 years ago, to the more recent explosion of content, of video. Today, countless videos are watched on YouTube every single day, most of which are created and viewed on a mobile phone. So if all of that has occurred over the past less than 45 years, imagine what can happen. Imagine what will happen over the next, let's say, just 5 years. And at Samsung, this is what motivates us to make and innovate the new products that will help accelerate this movement, your movement, inspiring more and more creators everywhere to do what can't be done. Now, this is not something that we can do alone. We need partners. We need more creators. We need like-minded brands in this room. And we need partners like YouTube to help us continue pushing the boundaries of content creation, sharing, and experiencing to ultimately create a more emotionally engaged, a more authentically connected society. More than ever, we believe that we have the tools. You have the tools in your hands to make a mark. What will you do? Thank you.